Kim Ashmabhir Anirvrittam Deva Deva Jagat Guru Bhavata Satya Kamena Yesham Vasu Guru Rabhut. Yeah, thank you. That's good. Yeah. So let's do the word to word. Shri Brahmana Uvacha. The Brahmana said, Kim, what? Ashamabhi, by us. Anirvritam, not achieved. Deva Deva, O Lord of the Lords. Jagat, of the universe. Guru, of spiritual master. Bhavata, with you. Satya, fulfilled. Kamena, all whose desires. Yesham, whose. Vasaha, residence. Guruhu, at the home of the spiritual master. Abhut, was. Translation. The Brahmana said, what could I possibly have failed to achieve, O Lord of Lords, O Universal Teacher, since I was able to personally live with you, whose every desire is fulfilled at the home of our spiritual master? So we can all repeat responsibly. The Brahmana said, what could I possibly have failed to achieve, O Lord of Lords, O Universal Teacher, since I was able to personally live with you, whose every desire is fulfilled at the home of our spiritual master. Purport by the disciples of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sudama Brahmana wisely understands his extraordinary good fortune of having lived with Sri Krishna at the residence of their spiritual master. Thus, whatever external difficulties they experienced were actually an expression of the Lord's mercy to teach the importance of service to the spiritual master. Srila Prabhupada renders the learned Brahmana's feelings as follows. Sudama said, my dear Krishna, you are the Supreme Lord and you are the Supreme Spiritual Master of everyone. And since I was fortunate enough to live with you in the house of our Guru, I think I have nothing more to do in the matter of prescribed Vedic duties. So I'll quickly recite the sloka before this, since we are covering those through 43. And I'll just do it on my own, so you can always follow that. Ittam vidhani anekani vasatam guru veshmani gurur anugrahinaiva puman purna prashantaye. So, translation is, Lord Krishna continued, we had many similar experiences while living in our spiritual master's home. Simply by the grace of the spiritual master, a person can fulfill the life's purpose and attain eternal peace. Then the last one, which is the last text of this chapter, 45. Yasya chandomayam brahma deha avapanam vibho shreya sham tasya gurushu vasho atyanta vidambanam. Translation. O Almighty Lord, your body comprises the absolute truth in the form of the Vedas and is thus the source of all auspicious goals of life. That you took up residence at the school of our spiritual master is simply one of your pastimes in which you play the role of a human being. Who is saying this? Yes, very nice. Purport, and this is the last purport here. Thus ends the bhakti. Oh, well, okay. Thus ends the purpose of the humble servants of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada to the 10th canto, 18th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled The Brahmana Sudama Visits Lord Krishna in Dwarka. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahim Dadati Swapadantikam Vande Aham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatan Vitam Tvam Sajivam Sadhavaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrinda Vaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhescha Kripa Sindhu Bhayevacha Patita Nama Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So we can put in 44 up. Yeah. So first of all, I'd like to thank Achintarupa Prabhu for having me, giving this opportunity to serve all of you, serve Srimad Bhagavatam, and all those wonderful devotees of this wonderful temple, going out, especially in this particular month of marathon, distributing books. It's not an easy task, but you have taken up that mission. So paying my obeisances to all of you. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Also taking the blessings of Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, SriSriRadhaRasbihari ki jai. Okay, so what you doing? Oh, okay. That's good. So the Brahmana is questioning himself. At the end, you see a question, right? Question mark. So Brahmana is Sudama here, right? So he is saying, what could I have possibly failed to achieve? Now, what question this arises in our minds? What kind of question this arises in our mind? He is saying, I am living with you, Krishna, in the home of our spiritual master, our Guru Maharaj. Right? So which means, I should not fail to achieve anything. I should achieve everything. Because why? I am in the house of Krishna and my Guru. Now, if you look at the opposite of it, the opposite means what? What does the opposite mean? We are living in the ashram or we're living in a temple, but our mind is not with Krishna, something else. Going to USA. Something like this, right? So this is the issue most of us face these days. Our placement is amazing by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. Right? We all agree or no? Say yes and okay or no. Those who are not happy under the shelter of Srila Prabhupada. Nobody. I mean, you may be, but you won't raise your hands. So we must be happy, but happiness won't come so easily. We have to find out, should I be happy? We have to find this out. Some of you, and I see so many saffron clothes, you have left your families and everything else, corporate world, and joined, right, to serve Srila Prabhupada. So there must be some kind of gist of happiness in that, right? So Sudama is confirming this as a Brahmana, that I'm happy actually. He doesn't say this, but I'm happy because that I have achieved. I have seen you in front of me all the ways, and my Guru was there. Then this is the past time when they're meeting at Krishna's house, discussing about the Leela or the dealings they were having in the Guru's home in Sandhya Muni's ashram. Right? So Sudama is a Brahmana. What does a Brahmana mean? Or what quality should a Brahmana have? Not, don't say the humble, all this thing, but what naturally you should have. No, okay, what he should not have? What does a Brahmana should not have? He should have tolerance. Attachments. Okay, makes sense, right? Brahmanas should not have attachments. And Srila Prabhupada made us into Brahmanas, but we also Vaishnavas. So even if we have things we are using in front of Krishna, right? You're looking, there's a laptop for Krishna service. So a Brahmana does not have attachment. So going back, since this chapter has ended now, what are the lessons we can learn from Sudama's pastime? Brahmana, Sudama, Vipra visits Lord Krishna. What are the lessons that we can learn from this Leela? Anyone wants to say something? What lesson we could learn? Or we have learned? Anybody? Sudama visits Krishna. Whatever happened in that Leela, what is one lesson we could learn? There are many lessons, but what is one? If we can start off, if you want to. Yes, Prabhu. Huh? True friendship. What does it mean in Hindi or English? नहीं, वो लेसन नहीं है यहाँ पे. काम आने वाला फ्रेंड नहीं है. हाँ. Yes, that's nice. Yeah. Some of the things we have learned in our culture, बोलते हैं कि service to mankind is service to God. मानव सेवा माधव सेवा. No, opposite है. Madhav seva is manav seva. Right? So we have to break these things. Otherwise we'll be stuck in this wrong understandings. Friend in need, friend indeed means, Prabhu, you're my friend. Can I have $10? The kids will say, in America it happens, right? From USA, from Orlando, Florida. The kids will say, Mom, I love you so much. Can I have $10? That's love. That's how we say love. But that's not love, right? Love means you give to that person, not ask from the person. His wife, I don't know what his wife's name is. Does anyone know? Sudama's wife? Huh? Sushila? Okay. She was a little bit feared of sending Sudama to Krishna. Why? Because she feared I will disturb Sudama's devotion. Why was she sending Krishna? Now your answer comes right. To get some material adjustments. Right? Material adjustments. That we will have a little bit better life and we can do nice Krishna conscious services. Devotees sometimes also require these things. Prabhupada says that we need to be materially situated properly. Materially situated means in a temple. Look at this wonderful temple. So we are materially situated properly here. And this way we can have those material items to serve Krishna properly. But his wife says, no, you go and ask Krishna something, because now he has become the king. He is living in what ashram? Yeah, I cannot hear properly. In the Grihastha ashram. The Grihastha ashram is living, and what is one of the duties of Grihasthas? Yes, great. To give charities. Right? So he will understand that you have come here to give charity, and then when you go, he will give you some charity, and then we will be a little bit better life than what we have. They have nice clothes, children were going here and there, and the life was really bad for them. So his wife didn't think the wrong way. Don't ask everything from him. Just some small amount, his charity will figure out, and next time somebody else we can go. So Sudama, when he went, before he going, he said, okay, at least should be some kind of gift to take, right? We should take some gift for somebody, right? So when you take a gift to someone's home, do you ask them, if someone comes to your house, and do you ask him, what gift you brought for me? Yes or no? No. The culture or the etiquette is no usually, right? Usually when people visit from outside world to India, to your homes, they ask, Auntie, what did you bring for me? Did you bring me any candies or chocolates? We ask this question, right? But it's not the etiquette. We should not ask. They should give you, right? Sudama Brahmana, friend of Krishna, full advantage to get the whole Goloka if you wanted to. So close friend, true friend. But in this Leela, did he ask anything while he was with Krishna? Everyone is saying no, everyone is saying back, everyone's okay, so good. He did not ask anything. Why do you think? If you have true friendship, Why couldn't you ask something that you have some problems with? If I have problem, I have some need from you, and you are my friend, and you'll feel bad that I didn't ask you, right? You should told me some problems. Why do you think Brahmana didn't ask? Sudama Brahmana didn't ask. Maybe you're saying I can hear. Right. That's okay, good one, because he wanted to make sure that I don't embarrass him also. They think that I'm taking advantage of him. But Sudama also knew who he was. He was a Brahmana. Brahmanas are supposed to be living just enough to take care of themselves. Now, you heard in here happening these days, Bhiksham Dehi, the Brahmanas will go out in the house, Bhiksham Dehi. Bhiksha means whatever is not of good use, just give it to me. A few rotis left, few chapatis left, I'll take it. And I'll go on doing this. Yet, by begging, he's worshipping Krishna, doesn't think that, Krishna, I'm begging every day for you, give me a better place. Give me a house by the sea. In Juhu, we have here. He doesn't say this. So he knows his position. I am a Brahmana, I'm supposed to do my worship to the Lord, I'm okay with this. If Krishna gives, great. If he doesn't give, even great, so I can remember him more. So this is one lesson we can learn from first ashram of Krishna. He should be giving charity, and we should also be giving those who are in the Grihastha ashrams to think, and the devotees of the Brahmanas who come to take Bhiksha, they should be also taken care of nicely, but they also shouldn't take that, yes, you should give something better. So he did not expect that, and Krishna also took care of him eventually after giving him the blessings after eating this wonderful chipped rice, right? What kind of gift he could give? Just a chipped rice, nothing much. So what is Sudama was trained under who? Sandipani Muni. So training is the foundation of any ashram. Every ashram. Not only Brahmacharya ashram. Very strict rule, wake up 2 o'clock, get ready and chanting 16 rounds before you go out. Every Grihastha ashram should also be trained. Srila Prabhupada made the whole system here. How to get trained properly. Even while doing worship of the deities, not only clean from outside, the consciousness from outside. I was looking at one of the TV screens outside there. There is a Srimad Bhagavatam study, study by, systematic study, done by the head Pujari. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. Because the Pujari should be studying Bhagavatam. Sometimes I shouldn't say this, but in ISKCON, nothing to be done, okay, become Pujari. We don't want that, no. And plus, in our country, in our place in Orlando, every Pujari, if you see them doing worship, their half body is this side, the class side. They know to hear what's happening. That much attachment they have developed to the juice that's flowing from Srila Prabhupada's books, right? So how do the juice come to us? Simply by reading. So if the head Pujari can give systematic study on the class, that's the best place to be. And I would love to be. Prabhuji, you are Hare Krishna. So, I couldn't read your name. What's his name, Prabhu's name? Ram? Ramarupa Prabhu ki jai. Amazing Prabhu, thank you. Nice. Huh? I couldn't. Nice, very nice. This is amazing. Every temple should have like this system. Study is what the Pujari Seva means. Whatever you hear, you pour it out of love over there. Right? So same thing we do in our Orlando temple, or in USA, in our temple actually we don't call them Pujaris, we call them students. Everybody students. So sometimes someone asks you, oh, which Pujari dress the deities? So we kind of laugh in the middle. We don't, it's not a Pujari, student. This student did, no? So everyone is learning, still learning. And Prabhuji is an older devotee, senior devotee. He has experienced the essence of these teachings, and systematic study is the right word here. Prabhupada says, don't only read my books, study my books. We all know this, right? Study is what means analyzing each and every word. Like in Bhagavad-gita, the word is put together, roaming senses. I think I was telling you the other day. What does roaming senses mean? So, okay, we know senses. What does senses mean? Indriya. Senses, right? Touch, feel, everything is there. So why do you think Prabhupada used the word roaming in front of the senses word? We don't have time to discuss like this or think like this, but I'll give you quickly. The senses, why he put roaming word in the front. Roaming is what? What roams? Cockroach and roams around. These keep going, right? And you want to catch them. Can you catch an ant or cockroach easily? No. And the word roaming is attached to the word senses. And whose senses is this? My own. I can't control my own senses. That sounds very weird. And I can control my glasses and my phone and fan, everything. But my senses I can't control. Yeah, you can't control. That's true. Accept it. This is the difficulty, but we have to understand the problems I'm going through. If we don't understand the problems I'm going through, we think, I'm a Hare Krishna, I'm a Hari Bol, I'm a devotee. The senses are uncontrollable, it's roaming. So let's people go out and take the dogs away, right? Dogs, here they have dogs in India. Okay. So they will run and the dogs will pull them. And the owners will go behind the dogs like this, right? So dogs are pulling, which means the senses are pulling us, we're also going like this. So the roaming means to understand this is a problem. As much as I will try to control my senses, it will pull me. So I am aware about those things. So I'll allow my senses to roam when I go to the bistro or Govinda's. Okay, eat as much as you want to eat. It's all prashadam. I'm good here, right? You want to talk with somebody, eat and talk as much as you want to talk. It's all devotees here. Devotees will talk amazing, wonderful talks about Krishna, right? So we have to allow our senses to roam because you cannot stop. But roam in those places where it's safe. Go to the beach, Juhu beach, with the devotees, and the devotees will swim and talk about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastime in Puri, hopefully. So these things will come around. So our roaming senses are now polished nicely so that yes, and prasadam of course, and many different things. So training is so important. And make sure if no one is training you, then ask your supervisors or whoever is, can you please guide me? I'm not getting enough understanding of. So this way you'll be inquisitive. And then you'll know what is my role, what I should be doing. Sudama Brahmana was trained at Sandipani Muni's ashram. And Sandipani Muni said yesterday, Bhakti Ashram Maharaj gave a good class yesterday, that he was satisfied. Sandipani Maharaj said, I'm satisfied with both of you. You had difficulty, you had to go fetch for the woods, and it was raining and storm. The Guru came to check on them. Because they was disciplined properly. The discipline means what? Training means what? Okay. What if we get Krishna Prem? That's our goal, right? 10 offense, at the end we say Krishna Prem. So our goal is to attain Krishna Prem. We got Krishna Prem. Now what next? Think in terms of Sandipani Muni so you can get some idea. What next? I'm not suffering anymore. I'm totally immersed in Krishna. And you can think of Bilamangal Thakur or any other devotees like this who could achieve Krishna Prem. What's next for us in terms of the training we received from the Guru? We must continue to please our Guru. Yes, Spiritual Master. Thank you. We must continue. You got Krishna. Krishna Prem is you got Krishna. But we must, goal of Guru Seva is Guru's pleasure. No matter what happens, Guruji must be happy. Right? I don't know, was it you or somebody, Devakinanda Prabhu said, for your Guru Maharaj, increase the book distribution. Someone was there. He said, then you should double your score. So, the blessings is coming from a senior devotee like him. Right? All we need to do is take the instructions, take the guidance and go. And book distribution, we'll come to that topic a little bit, means what? Is touching the pavement. Have you heard this over here? Touching the pavement. Pavement means footpath. So all we'll do is just go and touch the footpath or the pavement and Krishna does the rest. But even if we don't go out there, con like a book, then nothing happens. Once we have the book, we go out there and Krishna does the magic, right? So, now, Krishna's another aspect we see. Who is Krishna known as? The Supreme Lord. And last month, Damodar month, who was Krishna? A scared child. Where is Krishna God? Or where is Krishna not God? That helps to answer the question. Where is Krishna not God? Raise your hand so I'll ask you, then if you know. Where is Krishna not God? In Vrindavan, that's right. He was, if you see the pictures around here, scared. No, he is like worried, Maya will smack me, hit me. And everywhere else is God. But Vrindavan, you're not God. You are my child. I'll treat you like this. That's what the aspect of Krishna's, one of the aspects, right? Here the aspect is what? The first part of this, when Sudama comes to the house, he is his friend, right? And the other aspect, when they go on the flashback, he is the student. Does Krishna need a student? I mean, a guru? Some of you are nodding your heads. No. Then why does he have a guru? Why does Krishna need to have a guru? Yes, to teach us that we all need a guru. Why we need a guru? Because the roaming senses and the mind not in our control. So we need some kind of like Mother Yashoda showed the stick. She didn't beat Krishna up, right? Sometimes, who said that? Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said that every morning we should wake up and beat the mind with the chappal, right? So, but we are lucky we are in the Prabhupada's shelter. So before that even, we all know the wonderful message Srila Prabhupada has in his books. So this way it helps us to understand my position here is to serve and serve happily. So associating, now these two devotees, sounds funny, Krishna and Sudama are associating with each other. Talking about what? About the Guru's ashram, about the Guru, how we were serving the Guru, how the Guru was taking care of us. So this kind of incidents help us to think like this too. Hardly it happens that two devotees will talk about the Guru, and I'm only talking about the Guru when the Guru has left the planet. So before that also we can do these things while the Guru is around us, right? And do the services that he has done for us and how we can engage in his services. And association is the greatest benediction, and also helps the fulfillment of the ultimate desire. What is a devotee's ultimate desire? Pretty easy, but you can say in your own words. What is the ultimate desire of a devotee? Ultimate desire for devotee. Exactly, sir. Be available for seva. Right? There was one devotee chanting the Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. So one devotee asked, Prabhu, are you able to help in moving these chairs and cleaning? He said, no, I'm chanting my japa. So what happened here? Do you know what happened here? So we are chanting japa, forgetting the... No. You are getting there. Forgetting the meaning of japa. You are chanting japa, but you are forgetting the meaning of japa. What is the meaning of japa in English? Please engage me in your service. And the service came to you. Please move the chairs. I said no. So that means I am chanting Hare Krishna or something else. Something else, right? Because the meaning is to engage, ask for service. When the service comes and we say no, then ready to serve, not ready to serve. Right? So Sudama Vipra was there only to serve Krishna. How? To receive his audience, receive his darshan, not to ask money. Sometimes you hear these things, जब से मैं ISKCON में आया, मेरा life अच्छा हो गया, मेरा भक्ति अच्छा हो गया, मेरे बेटे का school हो गया अच्छा ऐसे, and I got a good job or something, जब से ISKCON में आया, right? And they are trying to compare coming to ISKCON as bhakti. Is this bhakti? This is not bhakti. This sometimes Indian mentality we have these things. कि भगवान के धर्म पास आने से I'll get better. But that's not bhakti. Bhakti means what? Giving back to Krishna at all cost of my sacrifice. That's the reason that's the meaning of bhakti. To give him to Krishna. Not that we come to Krishna to receive something from him. I got my life better, I'm happy now. Now what have I had done to Srila Prabhupada? Many of the disciples and Srila Prabhupada also, Prabhuji also, still thinks, what more can I give to Srila Prabhupada, right? So this is what we have to always think about. I think we are up on time, Prabhu, 8:23, or we have some time. So the lessons from Sridhama's pastimes, I wanted to just share this, that what we can learn from him. And what is the main part was that he did not ask anything from the Lord. Lord knows your heart. And if we all are doing our sadhana sincerely, good things will come in our life if needed be. Right? That's why when the Lord didn't give him, another reason was that the Lord didn't give him everything. If the Lord gave him a better shirt or nice looking dhoti kurta with matching chadar, if he went to his home, the wife wouldn't recognize him. So he went like a beggar again. That's the way. So when home, then everyone recognized him, but he couldn't recognize anybody. So Krishna, there's another reason that I didn't want to change you right away. But after that, when you got all the opulences, whatever you needed, but yet Sudama didn't change to become somebody else. Who was Sudama in Gaur Leela? Anyone knows? No, he was called Vanamali Vipra. And you can do more research. I just did some research. You can read from there. Vanamali Pandit is from the 35th branch of the tree. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela, 10th canto, text 70. Chapter 10, text 73. So you can find that out there. And everything else I thought to cover. Okay, so we are now all on, first on a whole world on marathon. Right? How do we keep ourselves inspired of distributing Srila Prabhupada's books more and more, And, yesterday we had some discussion about competition. This temple does more, this temple does less, or whatever happens. We should be competitive transcendentally like this, because what happens when you're competitive? What is the result of this competition? More books are going out. Yes or no? We must push more and more books out. Srila Prabhupada wants us to go on. I'm going to read one of the letters of Srila Prabhupada's here. My reply is that this Sankirtan or street chanting must go on. It is our most important program. Lord Chaitanya's movement means the Sankirtan movement. You simply take 2 hours for chanting 16 rounds, 2 hours for reading congregationally, and balance of the time go out for Sankirtan. So Prabhupada's instruction is pretty clear. We schedule our life like this. Whatever time we wake up, 2 hours for japa and 1 hour for classes like this, and I'll read a little bit more. We must do both. And do both means what? Reading books and distributing books. We have to make sure that we are reading his books too. And under Prabhu's guidance, if you're reading systematically, you will just develop more and more taste. Reading Prabhupada's books, I use the word hypnotic. Hypnotic, many of you know, hypnotize, you become like, wow. So you definitely are driven to another world by reading Prabhupada's books, or he uses different words. In chapter 14, text 18 of Srila Prabhupada's purport, he writes one word, their future is very dark. He's talking about the people in mode of ignorance. So the future is dark. The future ka matlab kya hai? Someone goes to make their future in the Western world, which means the grass is green on the other side, right? That's my future. If I go from India somewhere else, my life will be better. But Prabhupada is saying the future will be very dark. What does it mean? That's your homework, to read chapter 14, text 18 to understand. So this small one-liners of Prabhupada, it's kind of like shocks you. He hypnotizes you. And so to understand and learn under able teacher like Prabhuji or somebody else, whoever you have here. So reading in class for 2 hours is sufficient. 2 hours. In Orlando, we have 1.5 hour sessions. 1 hour is very short these days. 1.5 hour classes. Is sufficient, and other reading can be done in spare time if one has got it. So make sure you find some spare time. It is not that one has to always be reading. 1 hour morning for Bhagavatam class and 1 hour evening in the Bhagavad-gita, nectar of devotion, that is sufficient. So the more we read, so if you find something good, okay, let's talk about phones. If you have a good phone, what are you going to do next thing? Tell your friend, I got a good phone. Right? So naturally when we get something good by reading Prabhupada's books, what do you want to do? Share with others. So that's what the book distribution is about. Now, money is involved, donations comes in. Those things are great. Krishna sending it, take it, no problem. Right? But the readings of these important materials in his books is so great, so fortunate, so helpful to take everyone out from this material world easily by reading, by them reading the books, who got the books, right? How much time can you talk while distributing the books? 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Hare Krishna, how are you? This is a book I'm showing it to everybody. Right? So, few minutes. But Prabhupada said, what will your 3 minutes talk do? Give them a book, and I'll take care of them. And books have been found in so many places where you cannot think the devotees have gone to. Books are there. So, who's actually preaching? Srila Prabhupada himself is doing all the preaching. So even if we don't do, he made this ISKCON group society, International Society for ISKCON, and he also did one more thing, one more entity he created. If something happens to ISKCON for any reason, God forbid doesn't happen, something happens to ISKCON, there's another society he made separately, and that is called BBT. Books must go on, or books distribution must go on. That is the life. Now, for the gap or the distance from us to Prabhupada's mood is what? Getting the taste of the books, of the readings. So once we start reading his books, then we know. Now, not that only when you're part of an ISKCON temple, then you distribute books, right? You may be somewhere else, not be able to give the associated temples. But books, if you know the taste of it, you'll go around and give to it. Okay, so that was the Sudama's lessons that I thought we could learn from the last 8 tracks, and also try to summarize the whole chapter 80, and then we also have next part to see from there too. If anyone has any questions or criticisms or comments, you can do now, or we can end the call.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Once one devotee came from America during Mayapur festival. So at that time Srila Prabhupada was there, and then the temple commander of Mayapur temple, he was behind him to do some service, but he would always escape on the terrace or some in the garden or somewhere. He would always chant. So this temple commander is very frustrated, running behind him to engage him in service. Then one day he caught him. Then he took him to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, he is not doing any service. He is always chanting Hare Krishna. Prabhupada looked at him and said, Hare Krishna chanting is not service?
It's all service.
Then he was shocked. So there is no, that is the greatest service actually, chanting Hare Krishna.
At least we should be chanting,
It's
yes.
not that somebody is chanting Hare Krishna and he has to do, like Prabhupada wrote in 4th canto, 23rd, 22nd chapter, Kumara's, in that the greatest service you can render to an acharya is to hear from him.
Nice. Yeah.
So like that, if somebody is chanting, Dayaram Prabhu says, if somebody is chanting 64 rounds, there is always should be one devotee in the temple who would chant 64 rounds.
Yeah, okay.
For his sake, Krishna will maintain the temple.
That's nice, yeah. If Prabhu is okay with that, that's great. But, and service means when we do something for somebody else, we feel some pleasure also. Right? So we chanting Hare Krishna also great, but whenever some requirements are there, agency is there, but not that you only neglect everything. Like Jayananda Prabhu would always be doing service. When Prabhupada would come, all the disciples of Prabhupada will go and be with Prabhupada. And Jayananda, who used to be temple president also, wasn't seen anywhere. He is mostly known as the garbage man, right? Cleaning the garbage. He will be cleaning all these things. He said, no, Prabhupada is here. I want to just engage in my service. What I'm going to do is just sit down there. Of course, he used to listen to him and apply those teachings in his lives, but be engaged as well at the same time. And chanting also. Malti Mataji was sick one time and Prabhupada said, all I can do is chanting. Said, okay, great, keep chanting. There's also chanting, so this is nice. But yeah, at least 16 rounds. Is there some 64 rounders here too? There must be, right? 64 rounders chanting. Okay, thank you very much.
64 rounds.
Oh, very bold to the wonderful devotee. Nice, nice. If there's no questions, then we can end the class here. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki, Granth Raj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo.